Howdy, howdy, fellas. Got a World of Warships Legends match today in the BA Montana on Sleeping Giant. This is my personal... Oh, let me tell you about my build. Probably. I'm not a... This... Actually, let me back up a little bit. I made this game I played. This is forever ago. I don't even remember when this was. I've had this video, this recording, like, on deck forever. And every time I go to make it, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not a battleship expert. There are definitely tons of people that are better at battleships, particularly at legendary tier than I am. So it's like, I don't know. And you'll even see that in some of this. Like, do I really have a lot that I'm going to share? You know, is my insight really that valuable? I don't know. But every time I went to delete it, I was like, no, I mean, it is a good game. Like, should I just delete it? So today is the day. I'm just going to make it. Judge me if you will. But this, as pay to win as it is... Oh, my build. Almost certainly it's Azure Lane, AL Colorado, Arthas, Flammable Cannoneer, Crisscross... I don't remember if I was running Crisscross or Gyrating Drill Bits at this point. It may have been before the change to Crisscross. So I'm not 100% sure on that. We'll see if I get up to top speed. We can tell that way. And then on second thought, unique skill, whatever that is, and fight fire with fire. And then AL Colorado and Arthas. We're shooting at a Des Moines. I was like, bro, I should have aimed it up a little bit. Of course he's going to turn out like, oh, just the worst. I, for whatever reason, cannot shoot Des Moines. I do not know what the deal is. Like, if I'm in a Des Moines, you know, if anything looks at me, I take a Citadel. I have sunk... These are all too low. I've sunk multiple Des Moines from like 100 to 0 with no Citadels. I don't know. I don't know how. Oh, and these... I mean, some of that's just orange. It's painful to watch. This is another one of those. I don't win a match if you can't shoot. I mean, that, you know... Some of that's RNG, but it's just like... So this is a while ago, and these kind of long-distance kiting shots is something that I've really tried to work on. And why I was frustrated in the match. This is long enough ago. I like don't really remember the match. So this is like I'm almost like I'm watching someone else play. But my point was. I've really been trying to work on that specific shot, and I can tell based on watching this that I've gotten better, because I'm like, as I'm firing it, watching myself shoot it in this match, I'm like, whoop, that's gonna miss. That's gonna miss. So yeah, that's good to know. About BA Montana, I mean, it's basically just a better Montana. I don't have the stat screens up, but it gets the speed of Montana and the rudder of Ohio. It has the armor profile of, I think they're the same. You know, I think the Montana hull generally has pretty good armor. It gets slightly... Hey, you got a... RNG favored me on that one. It's got a slightly faster reload than the Montana, and I think actually more damage on the AP shells. I'm not 100% sure about that, but lower on the HE. But it's like, who cares? I mean, if you're hitting a destroyer with enough HE shells, it's going to go down anyway, and you're firing AP most of the time. So it's great. It gets a speed boost. It gets a super heal. Like, this thing is like, how did this happen? It's like just basic. Oh, and it has, I think, 1.8 Sigma instead of 1.9. But a lot of the US battleships have 1.8 anyway, so it's just like kind of what you're used to. I like the volume of fire, which, as you may can tell, I can't aim, so I like the 12 gun US battleships, you know, accuracy by volume. So, you know, we'll just throw enough lead downrange and we'll hit something. Yeah, I think this is just a better version of the Montana. I don't know. Oh, and it has slightly better secondaries as well. I don't know if I'm missing any other drawbacks. I think it really is just like, oh, the HE does a little less damage, and, you know, 0.1 less on the Sigma. Which, if you have fantastic aim, you might feel that. But honestly, I think 1.8 with US dispersion is good enough that with 12 guns, that's good enough. Like, you'll be fine. But yeah, this match is off to a slow start. I forgot how slow the beginning of this match is. Just hold on, it picks up. Sleeping Giant is a weird map. It's one of those that, like, depending on how the teams deploy, it can play out completely differently. So, particularly the like caldera, the volcano over there at A. But even the rest of the map, because sometimes you have teams that like to push right up into the caps at C and D. Sometimes you have ones that kind of hang back. You don't often see stuff pushed through the middle, but even that can happen sometimes. You can have ships on either side that kind of hug this little triangular island that's like right to my kind of forward right there. You can get some cover positions on that. So this is an interesting map with just a lot of different ways that you can play this. I should have aimed that a little further forward. Yeah. But our reload might bail us out. We won't get to use the Arthas plane. I think I've wasted both Arthas planes. Oh, that's another thing about these high-tier battleships. I mean, they have so many planes. You might as well throw Arthas out pretty much from the beginning. Otherwise, like, you're never going to get through the planes. Yeah, we get that when I aimed far enough forward that we got the Citadel. Hey, you just got to get the planes cycling, or you're just never going to get through them. And it almost ends up being just a 20% damage bonus. Like, yes, of course, you're going to take salvos that they're not up, but there's a lot. Here comes that super heal. I've run this ship with an Hoshino a handful of times. I had a hard time getting through the heals. You've got to be taking a lot of fire damage, but not too much, because you can actually burn out on the cooldown. You got to be taking a lot of fire damage to get through all the heals. They do have the normal 80-second cooldown. So I ran it with like the 6 heals. I never even got close to getting through all those. Like, there is just not a game. You know, if you like specifically set it up and we're intentionally trying to run through your heals with like friends just burning you or something, yeah, sure, you can get through it, but you know, you're gonna take AP damage, you're gonna take torpedo damage, you're gonna take other kinds of damage than just fire. 6 heals is too many. They are really good heals, but like, I just never got through. We took a salvo at the Mino. I can't remember if we knew it was smoke or not, but it's one of those ships that when you see it, if you let it get back in its smoke, that can be a problem instead of the Viejo. In retrospect, maybe that was a mistake, but you know, sometimes in the moment you see the Minotaur pop up and you just want to shoot it. So we're kind of yeah, 3v5, and I think we're the only ship that's spotted right now. So we're under a lot of fire, but again, like, we got those super heals. Like, that makes a big difference. The Ohio has they're not as much healing, but they cycle more quickly. Ohio and Georgia have those. They're good. I like these better. They're like, you just have that, you know, kind of big bounce back. But I should try out Hoshino with the skill, not Master Mechanic, in her 4th row. I think it's her unique skill. It's the one that it's like the lower your health, the less damage you take. That can make this ship actually super tanky. You can still get 4 heals with fully packed, but no fight fire with fire. Oh, I really don't like not having fire weapon. Oh, hello, Minotaur. Don't fail me now, RNG. Alright, that's, you know, it's one of those shots that if you don't hit that shot and the Mino gets to launch, like, that's going to be a rough game. So, we are taking a lot of these cruisers out. We got the Ibuki, we got the Mino, I think we got the Viejo and chunked that, so I think that's it. So yeah, kind of tracks with how the score on this game ends, is we're just getting a lot of these cruisers. You know, good damage on those guys, so. And still pretty healthy. Up on points, but we do have a Red Destroyer that's like off in the wings kind of harassing us, and we're losing a cap right now, but I'm pretty sure this Michelangelo is going to go down. I mostly just want to get past the island so that he can't launch torpedoes at me. I'm not that worried about his guns. He probably could Citadel the Montana at that range. But the likelihood that he gets, he has 8 barrels and they're like 9,000 each. I mean, it's just, I'd rather just avoid the torpedoes. That's mostly what I'm worried about. So, you see this red Montana sitting back behind that island. That's a fine spot if you have spotting, if it's the beginning of the game. You know, play it a little cautious. I don't mind a little bit of caution in the beginning of the game, especially like battleships can shoot 18, 19, 20 kilometers. Like, you don't need to be right in the... actually, speaking of range, I believe that is one thing that the BA Montana has slightly shorter range, as I see my 18.2 max range pop up there. That's pretty short for a legendary tier battleship, but it's long enough. You know, if it was like 17.5, like I think the BA Tirpitz has a shorter main battery range that's short enough that sometimes that can actually be problematic. 18.2, that's fine. It'll hurt every now and then, but it's fine. Giuseppe Verdi goes down to the gearing. We're just kind of angling to go into A. Just based on how the match is playing out right now, I'm not content to sit on the points we have, because we're only up by whatever that is, 50. If our friendly battleship goes down, he's gonna die. And there's a gearing over there. There's still 3 minutes. Yeah, there's enough time for him to go up to C and flip that. So I want to get into A. I am really watching out for this Montana to come around one of these islands. That could be a problem for me because I am broadside, but I want to get into A and I want to angle out as soon as possible. So trying to slowly get over here. I'm out of speed boosts. That's a thing that Hoshino would add as a 3rd speed boost. Yeah, even just thinking about the speed boost, like what's a big problem for battleships? Oh, mobility. Well, let's give this one a speed boost. Like, okay, sure. This thing is just a fantastic ship. If you look into it, everyone likes the Ohio. I personally have had very, I'll say, lackluster results with the Ohio. It's one of my worst performing legendary tier battleships. Lower win rate, lower damage, lower XP. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. Similar to Warspite, and actually think, ironically, they have the same dispersion formula. So maybe there's just something about that doesn't click with me. But I've run Ohio with New Jersey. I've run like a bunch of different builds on it. And just always feel a little like, yeah. What was I saying? This is a good ship. Oh yeah, I know, just the top tier, legendary tier battleships. Ohio has been meh for me. You know, now we've got Issei, which I think is quite good. Like, oh, that thing is both very good and just the playstyle is so... Yeah, I am really surprised that they added that the way that they did. Just another nose-in battleship. And it's not even like, oh, nose-in, but you're sacrificing your efficacy. I mean, that thing literally has just 2 front turrets. It's trying to be nose-in. I digress. Of all the, like, top-performing general consensus, Louisiana, Ohio, now Issei... This is my... Colombo a little bit. I think competitively the Colombo is maybe not it, but I know a lot of people like the Colombo. I really liked it pre-nerf. I think it's actually still a fine ship now, but every time I play it, I just feel the nerf. I'm like used to shooting where it used to be, and then now it's just like, it's just so painful to not have the same pin angles that it used to. So I don't enjoy playing it anymore. It's tragic. It was one of my favorite ships. They improved pin angles. I just really enjoy, and the smoke and all the guns and yada yada yada. So I like the Colombo. You can see the accuracy on some of these salvos. This thing is not a laser, but you get enough out. And I'm just backing into this guy, and I guess Yeah, they're barely down, and actually you can see that this thing came down to the wire. We do seal the Kraken right there. Get that guy. Gearing did flip the cap, and like, yeah, I'm glad I took A. That was the right call. This match would have been super. We would have lost otherwise if I hadn't gone straight into A and gotten that. That was the right call. Yeah, 22, 6,500, 420, 400. Fuck, what? What number is that? 4290 XP Kraken. GG BA Montana. Don't nerf it, please.